Okay. We all saw that, I will give you one microphone also. We all saw from the presentations that the numbers are going up everywhere. Can anyone tell me why is it booming? What's the purpose of the boom? I don't know.
Our product is so good.
The microphone, please.
Let's dream that our products and services are getting better and better, and this is the reason also why it is booming already, and they all are contributing to the same aim.
How I heard, Japanese people are searching for new destinations, interesting destinations, and our area as Nordic Baltic region is very safe, green, and at this moment interesting destination, because you know that what is happening in other countries sometimes, and this safety is very important also thing, and in our countries they can find a lot of new interesting things.
Still, we saw that the numbers are up in the cities, only in the cities. Maybe rural areas also, but they don't come out there. What we can do now to push people out of Helsinki, out of Tallinn. I personally live in Tallinn. I like Tallinn, but for me it's not the best thing in Estonia. The Tallinn, the rural areas, nature is the best thing. How do you push people out? Yep.
Let's push CAITO to continue this project.
I think that we have had a little bit of lack of belief in smaller cities and also in the countrysides that we can have Japanese tourists also in our destinations. So we just have to continue to do the very good cooperation with all of us. And of course, one point in this thing is that all of our cities are so small that kind of when the Japanese tourists are coming to Finland, they are coming to the rural sites anyway. So we only have the capitals, which we can say that we have a bigger cities, but only half an hour or 1 hour from the capital cities, it's already a rural site. And we just have to keep on the good marketing together and tell about the activities, what we can offer close to the big cities.
Are our entrepreneurs ready to welcome Japanese guests now in rural areas?
Krista, of course, thanks to CAITO project, they are more ready. This is what we have done during this project and will do continue. It's not just a project. We just started this journey.
But the entrepreneurs who don't know about the project, are they ready also?
Of course, there are entrepreneurs who don't know about the project, and actually, when we picked entrepreneurs and also invited entrepreneurs to cooperate, there were not so many entrepreneurs who, first of all, were ready, who we thought were ready, and also who actually it asks also from the entrepreneur quite a lot of efforts. It's maybe during these 3 years, those who were cooperating with us didn't get any Japanese tourists, but they are still, some of them are even sitting here still hoping to get one first. But I think they are very clever, those who followed us or who joined us, because it's not a question only about this one Japanese or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 Japanese clients which they would get or have got. But also this project, and that's actually the process, not the project as such, but the process we went through together. It was a big lesson for all of us, and especially for us as a marketing organizations and together with the entrepreneurs, because to pack the rural product, which is full of emotions, full of imaginations, the dream we sell actually, to go to the grandma, to bake pancakes together, how to pack it and how to sell it. but this is what Japanese ask. What exactly do we do to this grandma place? How exactly we will bake these pancakes, and how much these pancakes in the end will cost, and how long time does it take? So I think the benefit of the whole process is not only actually aiming on reaching the Japanese tourists, but it was a big lesson for all of us to pack the product which is emotional, which is dream, which is so passionate for all of us, to pack it in a real and sellable product.
So how about the materials of CAITO project? There are lots of material. Are they useful for tourism channels also? All these materials, brochures and so on.
Yes, as I mentioned, that kind of printed materials are very welcomed by Japanese travel agencies and consumers. And more important thing is we produce such kind of good printed material. People think you are serious. This is a message from the market. If we have just one flyer, they don't think we are serious. But if we have a bunch of printed material, then they finally think we are very seriously promoting this product.
So let's talk about sauna also. When we are here, 3 countries, is it like possible when Mr. Noto said about sauna run and sauna competition, is it possible to integrate it also to Estonia and Latvia? Should we do it to push the people from Finland to Estonia and Latvia too, by this? Or we have to think about our own thing?
Okay, I will leave others to comment on the sauna, but what I feel that we all have it, but it's slightly different. We all have it. But this is true. You need to somehow diversify yourself or be a bit different or offer something that will distinguish you from the other service providers. This is creativity. But in order to have this time to create something like this, we need data. That's a very, very important thing. And the second, you need to focus on this and leave something others to sort out. We don't need to do everything at the same time. We just need to put the focus right and keep on this track. But maybe Latvian colleagues want to comment on the sauna.
Sauna is of course very trendy and very special, and actually it's a sexy topic and a bit mysterious, and so it's very fine for as a sales topic, but I personally think even for the Finnish sauna campaign, it is a catch for the tourists, even though they are not interested in sauna and probably will never go to sauna, but that's a catch, and it works usually. All the sauna is something mysterious. The best Japanese question was why the sauna is spiritual. Yeah, so they think that this is something extra special and special for us, and we say that sauna is different in all 3 countries. But as sauna topic as all the rest of the things and brochures and the topics we brought up during the project was the catch, like UNESCO, like a food, like a sauna. What else was so special? Live like local, yeah. So these are the things which are very bright for selling reasons, and even if no one maybe will go to sauna, or not no one, but not most of them will go to sauna or eat that particular food, these are trendy things which are catching the eyes, and this is what we tried.
And maybe we need to create different such sauna stories between our countries, that they are in Finnish sauna, Estonian sauna, Latvian sauna. It seems a little bit different.
Attract more of the sauna visitors, yeah? Raili?
I just want to add that maybe during our CAITO project and to the special sauna brochure, we picked up only these products and services related to the sauna, those having sauna masters also, so that it should be for Japanese always be guided by the trained person, the trustable person. So even I promised in Japan last week that in these places what we have promoted in this brochure, in these places they are in a safe hands, and even they can somehow meet with the mini doctors, so that it's very personal session there. So it's in rural areas, to Japanese market, wasn't enough just to have a sauna, not at all. We set up the criteria that behind of this sauna should be also product and well described product. So I think this is what we have result of this.
Okay, thank you. Let's end the sauna discussion now. Should we be more present in Japan, like Mr. Noto said about the Finland pavilion in Tokyo Olympics, or so? But yeah, Estonia night.
Even during now our marketing event in Japan, Japanese, they made us the proposal that you should have the sauna during Olympic Games next year at your villages or whatever. There our sportsmen, they are going there because they said that it must be there. So I kindly ask our visits to think about it. Maybe it's our chance to have the visibility.
But what we can do more in Japan to be present there?
I think this is a combination of many industries. I think that one of the success stories maybe in Japan is our e-services, that it's like a door for other industries as well. Maybe just a very nice sample, which is not unfortunately connected with Japan, but with China. You probably have heard about a person called Jack Ma. We, at our export agency, has been trying to set up a meeting with him for 2 years. So he was in Baltic states as a private trip with family and friends. After that, the meeting came like this. So at one point, you might be working in a serious business relationship, or you are traveling as just a leisure traveler, and it will open up different doors. So I think that this is not just a combination of if a sauna is there, I think that the whole country should be with the services there. To ask Raili about or answer the question or proposal, then yes, this has been discussed, but no decision yet. And I truly believe this is not just one sauna. This is, it's a bigger thing. But I would like this to happen as well. Yeah, maybe.
Latvian side?
I agree with Mr. Noto that we need to listen to the market and to follow the tendencies and Japanese wishes and what they are saying to us, and be more creative in a positive way to create very trustable quality products for Japanese market.
I have been now 1.5 years in this project, and I have had 4 times chance to travel to Japan, and there has been a huge development between the first and now the last visit in Japan, how much the relationships has developed and how much the interest towards the rural sites has grown during this time, and it's very important to be there time after time to make relationships, to make friends, and to show your own product again and again, and tell about the stories and tell probably the same stories again, but to be there and be active and show your interest towards the Japanese markets, it's very important.
So how much do we gain from this cooperation between the 3 countries? We have this competition also. Finnair brings the Japanese guests to Helsinki. Do they lose the clients if they go with Tallink to Estonia and Latvia, or not in the long run? Or they gain something? Or should they stay in Finland? Yeah, it works.
Yeah. Baltic states and Finland is a very important area for Finland, for Finnair. Finnair thinks these 4 countries are their territory, and they would like to sell these 4 countries. Therefore, even travelers continue Estonia, Latvia, or staying in Finland, it's quite good for Finnair. They need to keep higher profitability. To keep that kind of high yield, they try to keep people in this area. This is Finnair's point of view.
Actually, I think that we are very excellent value-added destination for Finnair, because people are flying to Helsinki, not always going to Lapland, or because of season, or they do not have time. And we are very, very excellent added value to see something more than Helsinki and come back to Helsinki and fly back. These 4 countries are very good area.
Someone likes to add? So we have to cooperate in future of that also. But do we want more Asian tourists? Do we open the Pandora box for Asian tourism in the whole wider area, or just keep it Japanese?
It's not closed. So the box is open always. So they are coming anyway. But what you can do is that you can choose the segments to work on.
What are the risks of welcoming all the Asia?
Sustainability. That is a big risk. And one of the projects that at Visit Estonia we are working at the moment is RMK, the National Forest Union Agency. Today, what they offer for the customers in the box is something that you can consume as an individual, but it is consumed by groups, and it is not returning anything back for them. So we need to create a model that is useful and beneficial for everyone. But the box is not closed, the box is open anyway, but again, you can choose the segments you want to work with. You can choose it, and based on that you can create products, and based on that you can create the channels or use the channels and distribution as well. So one of the things that maybe everyone can take home today is that there is a huge like a growth in different kind of Airbnb experience, these kind of platforms. This is not just any accommodation platforms anymore, but you can have platforms for sharing food or sharing experiences. I cannot imagine if a sauna operator, let's say Eda is here, would need to write description to different kind of platforms. I don't know where Eda takes time. I don't know. She probably don't have time. If she wants to offer a very authentic experience, she would need someone to do it for her. So this is where I think that visits should come in and have this platform, and everyone who wants this data can take it from there. So open data is the future, and I think that everyone needs to collaborate. Even Airbnb experience must collaborate. They don't want to, but there is no other option. Because no one has time to do it 10 times and have 10 different inventory systems. No one.
Somebody likes to add? Yeah.
I just react on what Anneli said regarding this Airbnb, and also not so much Booking.com, but TripAdvisor and other platforms which sells now more these experiences. We are in a quite luxury situation with our product, with knowledge, knowing you as entrepreneurs, working with you every day and every marketing event. We have this unique product to put on the market, and I'm afraid, or I'm quite happy that Airbnb, not TripAdvisor, will difficultly reach EDDA because, but Raili will. And these organizations which we are working with you so closely together needs this close cooperation, because one day you can be ill or not in the mood, or your husband can be drunk, you know, and it doesn't work always on these big platforms, you know. They don't know, but we do. Very often we do. So we have a privilege, and we are very proud of having this short connection with you, and being almost on privately connected with you every day and every event. So we have I'm very happy what we do, and we are very proud of being better than Airbnb and TripAdvisor. And this is why we need you, that you are following us and being with us in the projects and trusting us. And this is why the project was successful, because it's real world on both sides, you as entrepreneurs and the tourists. And we cannot lie to one, and we cannot lie to another. And this is why the success of the project was there, I think.
Yep, you want to add?
We are strongly developing sustainable tourism in Finland, and as I see, the rural side tourism will never be mass tourism. We don't have any resources for that, and that's why we have to choose our clients, and we have to have that kind of clients what we really want to have, and that our industry and the entrepreneurs are also willing to have a special kind of tourists. So then we have to do choices, we have to choose something, but we have still a lot to grow in these markets, but I never believe that we will have, or I hope that we will not have mass tourism in rural sites.
Okay, and can one of you describe one maybe personal story about Japanese tourist feedback in your countries to conclude this discussion? Funny story, just to conclude this session and to add to next session. Is it? I tell, or shortly, last FAM trip we had tour operators in a smoke sauna in Kettukallio, and they were first in smoke sauna, and then they jumped into the iced water, of course, because we were in Finland, and all of the Finns are so crazy that they are doing that. Maybe you are also doing in Estonia and Latvia the same, but these TOs made that almost everybody tried to go first to the hot sauna and then to swimming, and next morning when I met them, they told me that they felt themselves like a reborn. So that was a very good feedback, I think. I think like a reborn is a good sentence for promoting our places, our countries. Feel like reborn. Okay, let's get a round of applause for the developers. Thank you.